Hey Todd, this is Brandon. Here's that video that I said I'd make for you, man. So I'm just gonna kind of get straight into it, but first I just want to tell you a little bit about who I am. Um, I am from Colorado. That's why I've got that Colorado cell phone number. Married and have a little girl. She's a year and a half years old. Um, and we just moved out to Marietta about 3 weeks ago. My wife's from Mobile, Alabama, so she's always wanted to live in Georgia. I'm a retired soccer player. I'm 32 years old, and now that I'm retired, this is what I do full time. Uh, I help small business owners get way more business with this kind of special skill set that I've got. Um, so I'm going to kind of get into it here and show you some of my other sites that are ranking really well and how I think I can help you. So, okay, first thing. Actually, let me get into this real quick. So, tree service Marietta, GA. All right, that term alone gets 320 searches a month. And now there's let's check tree removal. Right, tree removal Marietta, GA gets 210 searches a month. Now, for me being out here, the reason I kind of targeted the tree niche was because, dude, there are a ton of trees here and they're gigantic. So I know that when people need those removed, it can't be cheap. It's got to be expensive. And also I've done a tree service site already in Surprise, Arizona, because we used to live in Arizona for the last 3 years. And so my very first site actually was a tree site out there. And I'm going to show you that in a minute, but let me touch on this first. So if I search this, right, tree removal Marietta, GA, or tree service, here's what I see, right? I see these guys are the ones in the maps. And then at the top of the organic listings, this is Home Advisor, but you've got this, treeremovalmarietta.org. So this would be the #1 competition to kind of outrank, right? Whoops, let me go back there. This would be our #1 guy that we want to beat, because once you can get to the top of the organic listings, you'll pop into the maps, and that's always huge. But what I like to do is build a site brand new and then work on ranking it. And it takes me anywhere from 90 days to, I don't know, 180 maybe to rank it, just depending on the competition. But so let me show you this, okay? This is a tool I use called SEMrush. And I put your site in here, and this shows me how many visitors come to your site every month. And you're getting 10 a month. If I click on this here, let's see here. Oh, sorry, you got 21 visitors a month. But the thing is, they're all coming from either people that search your name specifically, so Todd Pate, or Firewood Atlanta, Atlanta Firewood. See, this is the percentage of people. So really, there's only a select few. It says 9% of your overall stuff are coming from Todd's Tree Service or Todd Tree. But then again, they're searching for you directly. They're not searching for like Marietta Tree Service Company or something like that. So let's go over to these guys. So I put that treeremovalmarietta.org, the #1 competition, in there. And those guys are getting 70 a month, okay? But as you can see here, all of their traffic right here is all coming from Marietta Tree Removal, Tree Service Marietta, Tree Removal Marietta GA, right? But the good thing that I see is that they're not #1 for all these things, and they're still getting that amount of traffic, right? So if they were to pay for that, it would cost them $2,000 a month if they were to pay for that traffic. But they're getting it for free by being at the top of Google there. So these guys are obviously killing it, making a lot of money, because a handful of these people are turning into customers, and when someone needs a tree removed, I'm sure it's not cheap, right? So this is a tool called Majestic that I use as well. So Majestic kind of lets me size up the competition and see where they're getting their backlinks from, which I'll show you in just a second. Backlinks is basically a link to your site from a different website online. And the more trustworthy and authoritative that site is, the more power is going to gonna kind of come from that link, and the more you're gonna bump up the rankings. So I'll show you here, like these guys, trust flow of 2 and a citation flow of 13. That's pretty weak, all right? Which tells me I know I can beat them. And if I look at their backlinks, okay, just a quick glance for me, like right here shows me the metrics of each backlink they're getting. So this site is linking to the Marietta site, but that's a weak link. You know, all these are super weak. Now let me just show you, like here. One of the sites I'm working on right now is a pigeon control site in Phoenix, phoenixpigeons.com. So I built that site and all that, and look at these. So let me go back here to the summary, but this will show you like anything above 20 is pretty remarkable actually. But if I go look at the backlinks here, 41, 42, 39, 42, just tons of powerful links, right? This thing hit page 1 probably, I don't know, 8 weeks since I went live with it. It's doing really well actually. But I know how to find these really, really powerful links. And also I've got kind of a ninja tactic where I'll buy expired domains that have tons and tons of power. So imagine like the Obama administration built a website when he was running for office in 2008, and then they let that domain expire because they didn't need it anymore once he was elected. And you can buy those domains up, and they still have tons and tons of power. So what you do is you change out the content, and then you put a link to your site that you're trying to rank from that site, and it's just an incredibly powerful link that just bumps you way up the rankings. So I pay good money for those because I know kind of how powerful they are. But hopefully that kind of makes some sense. But now let me touch on this. So let me show you this tree removal surprise AZ. Right. This was my very first site. Tree service surprise ranks #1 in the maps and #1 organically for almost every term. I mean, you search tree service surprise AZ, there it is. Tree removal, tree trimming. There it is. So I've got a guy that I partner with out there, and he makes, last month he made almost $7,000. A couple months before that it was pretty busy and he made 8 or 9 grand. And that's pretty good for out there in Arizona because it's tons of like little baby trees and nothing like what we have here in Georgia where it's just massive trees everywhere. So like as you can see, the volume, let me check tree removal there. The volume of searches for tree removal surprise AZ is only 30 a month. Whereas Marietta, what was it, 210 I think? Tree removal Marietta, yeah, 210 searches a month. So massively kind of, dude, like I think you and I could kill it with this actually. And also from doing my research into the niche in the city, I think I could rank a site fairly quickly. I mean, in not so much time. So let me show you a few of my other ones. So towing Scottsdale AZ. This one's mine. Scottsdale Tow Truck Company. There it is. There it is. That one gets 450 calls a month. And I've got now my tow truck driver there he just paid me to build out a site in Mesa, which is a neighboring city. So let's just do like towing company Mesa AZ. I'll show you that one. That one's right here at the moment. And it's just outside, where is it? I'm working on getting it into the maps here. It's Mesa Tow Truck Company, so still working on that one. But let me show you, let's see, roofing, Goodyear, AZ. It's a smaller little city there. This is mine, right there, Goodyear Roofing Company. Thing gets a decent amount of calls. I've also got a towing site in Mobile, Alabama. Right here, #1. So, dude, I know what it takes to rank sites, and in today's day and age, being at the top of Google is very lucrative. So, um, there's a lot of money to be made just by being in the right spot. You got to think of it like, and forgive me if you already understand this, but Google is like the Yellow Pages used to be in the 80s. Okay, people used to name their businesses like A1 Plumbing because when you would flip through the Yellow Pages and come to the plumbing section, they wanted to be the very first one at the top there. Well, now Google is the Yellow Pages. Everybody uses their phone and they just whip it out and search for whatever they need, right? Google's smart and they want to put the most authoritative expert in that niche, in that city, on top. So when I'm searching for towing Mobile, Alabama, these guys want to put the expert in towing, or who appears to be the expert in towing at the top, right? So what I do is I build this site and I just trick it out with all kinds of pictures, tons and tons of content, lots of information about towing and all the different kind of facets of it, the different services that they offer. But um, this is just the beginning. It's kind of setting the stage. You got to do everything right and optimize your site. And then from then on, it's about backlinks. And I really know what I'm doing when it comes to that. So uh, I'm looking for one tree guy out here. And really, the sky's the limit because we can do tree removal. I mean, if we did Marietta and you're happy with it and you're getting tons of calls and making money, which I'm sure you would, we can build out another site, tree removal Alpharetta, and target there, or whatever you want to, Roswell. I don't know, whatever you want to target. It's up to you. I don't know what kind of areas you try to stick in. I think it's somewhere kind of around here, but yeah, man, I'm looking for one guy to partner with. Um, I'd love to work with you. I don't send leads to tons of different companies. I find one guy who's a good guy, who's an honest guy who does good work, and I try to really just blow it up for him and help him achieve whatever dreams you have with your business. We all have our own dreams, and I'm sure yours are I don't know, painted in your mind just like mine are in mine, and I'd love to help you hit those. So I know I can. Like I said, I live in Marietta, so if you watch this and you want to meet face to face and meet for coffee and talk a little further, that's fine. That would be great. Actually, I'd kind of prefer that. But yeah, Todd, thanks for your time. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. Hope I helped you out a little bit, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.